Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So over the past 2 weeks, I have been testing Xiaomi's most expensive phone to date, the Xiaomi 13 Pro, alongside one of my current daily drivers, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. So when we think about Xiaomi, it's mostly always the value for money Redmi series we talk of. But if you're not aware, Xiaomi has also been making flagship phones for over a decade now. Yet their flagships have honestly never been competitive enough to challenge the likes of Samsung and iPhones. They were more like upper mid-range phones with a slightly better camera and a flagship processor. But that's all changing. In the past couple of years, Xiaomi has been heavily investing in R&D and trying to bring a true flagship to the market. Last year, we saw that with the Xiaomi 12s Ultra, and now we have this phone, the Xiaomi 13 Pro, which the company seems so confident that it's launching globally. It is also priced quite competitively at 80,000 rupees in India, and with 10,000 rupees bank discounts, you can get it right now for as low as 70,000 rupees. For that price, I think this is a proper flagship killer. I'm saying proper because there are phones like the OnePlus 11 and the iQOO 11 that cost much cheaper, but who are we kidding? Those phones are not flagship killers because their cameras are pretty average for their class and they don't have premium features like wireless charging, IP rating and such either. And this is where the Xiaomi 13 Pro comes in. Here you can get all the flagship goodies that you can think of, and it is also cheaper than something like the S23 Plus and the Pixel 7 Pro. Okay, so let's kick off this review with the design side of things. As you can see, the Xiaomi 13 Pro looks quite clean, nice and premium, especially this shiny white color variant that I have with me. You also get Gorilla Glass Victus protection up front and scratch-resistant ceramic glass on the back. And the high-quality aluminum frames also add to the phone's robust build quality. However, it feels very heavy because of the uneven weight distribution, so I found it very difficult to hold in my hands, and especially when typing with one hand on this thing. After a week or so, I eventually got used to it to some extent, but still, I think Xiaomi should have worked better to make the design more ergonomic. On the contrary, the S23 Plus is much lighter, has a nice grip, and feels really good to hold in my hands. Other than that, Xiaomi has included an official IP68 rating here, and after 2021's Mi 11 Ultra, this is the only other Xiaomi flagship in the global market with IP68 certification, if I'm not wrong. The side buttons here are also conveniently placed where my thumb rests, and it provides really good tactile feedback. Okay, moving on to the display, Xiaomi is offering a high-quality Samsung-made E6 AMOLED screen on the 13 Pro. It has got everything from a QHD resolution to LTPO adaptive refresh rate and 10-bit color depth. It also gets quite bright and is comfortable to read through even outdoors on a sunny day or during nighttime. I also love the colors coming out of this display. There's Asia 10 Plus and Dolby Vision support as well, making it ideal for watching movies on streaming services like Netflix. Plus, its stereo speakers get quite loud with good treble and bass. No complaints. The only thing that I'm not a big fan of here is the curved sides. Even after customizing the touch setting to a small area, there still are some accidental touches here and there, and yeah, its curves are not just very useful apart from the aesthetics. However, the overall touch responsiveness of this screen is top-notch. I like how the Xiaomi 13 Pro has an excellent set of vibration motors too. So whether you're typing, tapping the navigation button, or just interacting with the phone, you will enjoy its great haptics. The fingerprint sensor is also placed in what I call the Goldilocks zone, which is not too down below or not too up top. But I think companies should start opting for ultrasonic sensor instead of optical ones on their flagship phones because it feels more premium, more secure to use, and works when your hand is sweaty as well. Likewise, I am still not a big fan of the MIUI operating system, although they have addressed a lot of issues with the latest MIUI 14 update. Here you get tons of customization options to play with, the memory management is great, and I like the always-on display implementation too. Still, I feel like they could do one-hand usage better, like with Samsung's One UI, and the overall UI UX can get better as well. Another thing that I've noticed is that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip on the Xiaomi 13 Pro is not as optimized as the one on the Galaxy S23 Plus. Now, despite its vapor cooling solution, I noticed that the phone gets warm when I'm charging, recording videos, or using mobile data. It does not overheat or throttle, but it just gets warm. But when I do similar things on my Galaxy S23 Plus, I did not face any such issues, so I hope Xiaomi sorts it out with a future update. And speaking of updates, the Android update commitment is also fewer on the Xiaomi 13 Pro than what Samsung and OnePlus are currently offering. So I think they should at least match the competition in this regard. Plus, at the time of filming this video, I have already received the monthly March security update on my Galaxy S23 Plus, while that's still a no-show on the Xiaomi 13 Pro, so Xiaomi has got to improve in this aspect. Software aside, the overall performance on the Xiaomi 13 Pro is as fast as any Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phone, and I am pretty sure it will keep on working fast in years to come as well. As expected, games also run very well on this thing. I got stable 60 FPS gameplay on popular titles like PUBG, Asphalt 9 and Mobile Legends at the highest of settings. And more importantly, its thermals in these games were similar to the S23 Plus as well. Sadly, high refresh rate games like Mech Arena and Injustice 2 still don't run at a smooth 120 FPS, and I am noticing huge frame drops here and there too. The phone also gets quite hot when playing Genshin Impact in the highest setting. This is obviously not a chipset issue since these games play well on other Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phones, so you can expect Xiaomi to optimize it with an update or two. Battery-wise, I am getting pretty good results, if not great. Great is something like the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which gives me like 7 to 7.5 hours of screen on time on my usage pattern. On the Xiaomi 13 Pro, it's more along the lines of 6 hours of screen on time, which is similar to that of the Galaxy S23 Plus. Charging, on the other hand, is wickedly fast here. The 120-watt charger that you get inside the box for free takes the phone from 0 to 100% in just 27 minutes. And you can even turn on the boost mode, which fills up the battery even faster in like 22 minutes only. Okay, so far I've talked about its design, which is acceptable, the display and user experience, excellent, the performance, top-notch, and the battery, very good. But what makes the Xiaomi 13 Pro worth considering, in my opinion, is its reliable set of cameras. Here we get a 50-megapixel triple camera setup consisting of a 1-inch IMX 980-923mm main lens, a 14mm ultra-wide-angle lens, and a 75mm telephoto 3.2x zoom lens. Xiaomi says unlike other smartphone brands, their mobile camera division and Leica engineers have worked together deeply to bring the best of both worlds. And the results I am getting from the 13 Pro, in fact, look very promising. It's simply a massive improvement from last year's Xiaomi 12 Pro. Although this is only the second Xiaomi phone with Leica optimization, I am absolutely loving the photos it takes. As you can see from these samples, Xiaomi's images finally have a nice color science, which is even better than the Galaxy S23 Plus in some scenarios, like this flower shot here. Even in this photo, Jenny's fur looks more natural with better sharpness. But in some images, it messes up the whites and saturation, so I hope to see this improve over time. During low light, that massive 1-inch Sony sensor captures plenty of light. Some photos turn out a bit reddish, but you can fix that by capturing the photos with night mode instead. By the way, I am clicking photos mostly with the Leica Vibrant mode, as the authentic mode is a little flat for my taste with a vignetting effect. Apart from this, the biggest improvement you will see from this camera is the portraits. The default 75mm telephoto lens clicks some stunning images with good skin tone, plenty of sharpness, and the right amount of background blur. In fact, I like most of the portraits from Xiaomi in comparison to the Galaxy S23 Plus. The edge detection nearby the hair area is not that great, but it can easily be overlooked. This 75mm telephoto zoom lens can also capture some really good 3x zoomed in images with plenty of details. You can even click good-looking close-up macro images from this camera. Still in all, there are 3 areas where this camera is not as good as the Galaxy S23 Plus. First, I feel like the ultra-wide-angle lens photos are decent, yes, but still not on par with what the Galaxy S23 Plus delivers. That's especially true during low-light conditions. Secondly, its selfies are pretty average for the class as well. The reason why the selfies don't come out as good as the ones from the back cameras is that there is no Leica optimization for selfies, and also you get pretty average hardware. Even the selfie videos are limited to just 1080p 30fps, and the output is mediocre at best. Lastly, although the videos across all resolutions and all the lenses have nice stabilization with good details and sharpness, their dynamic range, contrast, and highlight management are still not on par with Samsung and iPhone. But when the light is even, you can capture some great looking videos. Okay, I think I have discussed everything about this phone by now, and I really like what Xiaomi has done here. It is easily the most improved flagship of 2023, and the best thing is that it is priced quite aggressively in India. So I genuinely think it's worth paying extra for this phone over the likes of the OnePlus 11 and the iQOO 11. However, if budget is not a constraint, then the Galaxy S23 Plus is a better overall phone, as it comes with a better design and you get better software experience, a better front camera, and better videos too. But overall, I am happy to see Xiaomi making a good flagship phone, finally, and hopefully they keep on improving it with software updates. Given its top quality hardware, the cameras can definitely get better, the thermals could improve, and MIUI can get better as well. So everybody, that was my full review of the Xiaomi 13 Pro. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this device? Would you go for the Xiaomi 13 Pro, or you would prefer the Galaxy S23 Plus? Do let us know in the comments below. Till then, I'm Pratima, and thank you so much for watching.